Hey YouTubers, this is KingLink86, aka Raymond. Welcome to another video of McJuggernuggets. Now, let you guys know, not much is happening so far. They have been reconstructing Aunt Jackie's house and trying to make it livable. But now, as you can tell by the topic, I like to talk about his anger. Now, we all seen how he gets angry a lot and loses his temper. But there's got to be a reason why he's angry. So let's look back on some of the videos that he has done that actually triggered his anger. I would believe it all started with the first Psycho Dad video when he got his Xbox burned in the chimney. So he decided to get back at his brother for that by making another video, making fun of him while he was recording and had his friends there to seriously embarrass him and humiliate him. But things didn't go the way he planned. It always backfires. So guess what he did? When Jeffrey had his camera recording, doing his stuff, doing what he was supposed to, he keeps telling him, said, "No, it's not right. Do it right now." And then he said, "What? This isn't good." He said, "No, it's not good. Just give me the camera." And he said, "You want the camera? Here's your fucking camera." And then all of a sudden, he was seriously embarrassed by what he has done in front of his friends. Even what's really stupid is he said, "Somebody come with me." Looked like he was trying to intimidate his big brother because, well, he's tall and strong, of course. But if you think that was bad, there's a lot of anger. I think there's a lot of issues going on around him in his life to make him angry so much. Now, we know exactly what happened before. Him and Jeffrey were doing prank wars and seeing his prized Halo helmet get burned, seeing his couch get burned. But I just love the fact how he always thinks that everyone's out to get him, and he always thinks that he's better than everyone by telling them that I'm not doing this, they're doing this, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm innocent. But that's never the case. I think this all started after the fact that his dad... How could I put this? Since his dad keeps destroying stuff a lot, I think that's where it all went downhill in his life with his father. Seeing how his dad destroyed his Xbox One, his Wii U, all his friends' laptops, but I just don't understand why he takes off his shirt and just takes it off and just all pissed off. He knows what he did was wrong. You guys can agree with me on that, but why can't you just let it go? You know what I mean? I think what really pissed him off through the whole Psycho Dad series was when he ruined Thanksgiving. As you remember that he disrespected his dad by what he was saying. Grace is I think I'm thankful for Mom buying me an Xbox One after my dick of a dad destroyed it. That right there was disrespectful in front of the family. And so he just threw a turkey at him and said that you're not part of the family the way you act. And just like, I'm not part of the family, his no, you're not. And then that's when he lost it. Flipped over the tables and destroyed all the food. But I think it's just the way. Sorry, I'm yawning so much because I just got off work. I think the reason why he's so angry is just his dad said hurtful things to him. Despite knowing that it is true, it is his fault that he says the wrong things and he does these things that his dad does not approve. But what's really, really fascinating is that seeing after the old videos before the Psycho Dad series started, everything was fine. Lovable family, him doing good videos, everything was all happy and hunky-dory. But all that went down. I think the Psycho videos got to him because knowing that he's famous in YouTube and trying to convince his dad that YouTube's a job and I'm going to decide to pursue it, his dad doesn't allow it. It really doesn't. He really doesn't allow this. But for him to act angry all the time, it doesn't change a thing. And it doesn't, how can I put this? It doesn't change the perspective on how things in his life are going. But after seeing all the videos that happened earlier, and later, of course, he is never going to get the respect that he deserves from his father. Never. Now, I don't know if you guys seen I've watched the video of the Psycho Dad's Q&A. It's really amazing how he keeps asking him questions from the YouTubers. And every time when he answers, he always gets pissed off. It's like, oh, come on, quit acting like you're trying to be the good guy and try to save yourself. But judging how he acts around people, he knew exactly what he was doing on the Q&A. He was trying to humiliate his dad just because the way that he's answering the question. He said, you're making yourself look good. Now, there's the two guys. These two guys that don't see eye to eye, that don't agree on anything, are finally doing this Q&A. And they asked one question about the Psycho Dad. He said, why is when you destroy all your stuff, do you ever regret doing it? And the dad said, yes, I do. And I just like how Jess like, what? You regret doing that? Yes, I do feel bad doing these things, but it had to be done. It had to be a lesson. It's kind of funny how he just like, what? You really do regret doing it? People have feelings, Jess. Not all people are bad guys. But I love the fact how he said there was one question that really pissed off Jess. How his dad answered was, like, is there ever a moment in your life that you were proud of Jess? And he said, I'm always proud of Jess. He said, I'm always proud of you, son. Because I remember when you did sports and when you worked at a bank, I was proud of you because you held a job. And Jess just looked at him like, are you serious? Yes, I was miserable at that job. And I said, I was glad. The reason I left, I quit after 2 weeks. I did the YouTube thing, and that's when I realized that that's what I wanted to do. But it's kind of funny how he expected him to say at what moment that he was proud of that made his dad proud, and it was him having a job. From the bank, of course, not YouTube. I mean, he had a good compliment, and then he decided to jump down his throat and laugh at, why the hell would that be your best moment from me? I think there is something inside of Jess that really is really pissed off at his father for some reason. And I mean that in a good way, in a bad way, because why would he have all this anger over his father and put him down so much? Like, after seeing the way that he acts so much on his son and by destroying all of his stuff, for his mom to divorce him on the spot, it's like, come on. It kind of makes you wonder, like, he had it coming. He had it coming. I had a lot to think about on this. I think he had it coming because I think about this. You're a dad, and you find out that your boys are fighting each other and busting their head with a bottle and throwing them in a dog pen just to protect yourselves. That would piss me off if finding out if my sons were doing that. I would say that I didn't raise you to fight each other or be disrespectful to each other, and also disrespect me. Ever since the divorce, I would say that he has so much anger in his father, knowing that he let her go, and his anger got the best of him by having his mom divorce him. But like I told you guys before in the other videos, it wasn't just the dad's fault. It was actually the dad, Jeffrey, and Jess. Jess and Jeffrey doing the prank wars and also getting into fights, which is the dumbest thing ever. This is what happens when you prank someone, and also breaking someone's glasses is really wrong too. But the dad has a bad way of handling things, destroying property. But the funny thing was, he was actually a nice guy. He was a nice guy. I mean, they did some pranks. I mean, they pranked Jess on the 30th of October 2 years ago by coming in with a chainsaw with rubber rails around it and squirting ketchup on him. Shit. That was fun. But it's kind of amazing how that actually did not go very well. Knowing the fact that they were having fun, but I think the fun just went downhill. But what's really great about these videos was knowing the fact that Jess has all these angers. He's actually dealing with the problem. And seeing that I have to control my temper because I think he does know that he's trying to turn into his father. It really does. But for him to take the money, that's really upsetting. That's very upsetting. On the latest videos that was coming up, even besides what I would say, doing the reconstruction of the house, he actually noticed that the safe was still there, and it's covered with the bookcase, of course. Funny thing is, there's a lot of subscribers that are actually helping him out by sending him links to try to uncrack the safe. But I don't understand why he would go all the way to Aunt Melissa's house to ask for the combination and in hopes of trying to get the combination. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I just love how the fact that he gets angry like that so much, just like his father. He is starting to act like his father very much. I mean, he kicked in his dad's TV because he was saying that you're immature. He says, I'm not immature. And bam, there you go. He destroyed his TV, showing how much immature he was. But I just love the fact that his mom, can you just do this for me? As a last request for me, give my son the money. It's like, why? Why the hell would you ask your mom to do a favor for you by getting your money back? That's using your mom to try to get what you want. And like what Aunt Melissa said was true. You can't keep running to your mom and to your dad when there is a problem. You have to figure it out on your own. Why do you keep coming? And of course, he gets upset because he doesn't hear what he wants to hear. He does have to control his anger. That's all I can say. Because, like I said, anger really it clouds your mind. and it makes you do stupid things. Even when he saw himself on the surveillance camera, and for him kicking in the door, kicking in his TV, Jeffrey just looked at him and said, "Let's sit down and talk." What the hell just happened? Dad was trying to show you what you've done on a surveillance camera, and you kicked in the TV. Why'd you do that? He said, "That wasn't me. That was not me." That's the thing about anger. When you're angry so much, it's a theory that when you get angry very, very quickly and after when it's over, you tend to forget. I think Jess knows exactly what he's done, but he doesn't take responsibility. It's like what Jeffrey says. You gotta take responsibility for what you've done, and quit blaming everybody else. Learn to take responsibility. Be a man. Even when he said he was going to try to get the money back by talking to his dad, didn't work out because he lost his temper. Because his dad raised his voice, and then he said, "Okay, if you're going to raise your voice, then I'll raise my voice." I don't know if what the mom says is true, that he took the money and put it in his banking account, and we don't know if it's still in that safe. Only time will tell. It gets kind of boring watching his videos on how he's fixed up the house, but you know what? When the house is finished, you guys will see a good video from me on the reaction video. Tell me what you guys think on why he's angry so much. Give me your comments on that, okay? I may be wrong. It's just the way how he gets angry like that so much. It's just like, wow. You're like a loaded gun, you're like a bomb just ready to explode. And he does. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reactions and new videos along the way. And I'm hoping that McJuggernuggets does something funny or does something stupid, like trying to break into the safe and his dad catches him doing it. I can't wait. If it does, you'll be the first to know. Thank you for watching. And above all, like I always say, stay positive.